Welcome back to Life Changing Wealth. You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay Biondo, here to talk to you guys about Bitcoin's price prediction today. It's going to be a little bit different. A lot of times we talk about altcoins and we don't spend a lot of time on Bitcoin. And I do think it's important that we still do spend time focusing on Bitcoin. When we just think about it, Bitcoin really drives the industry, right? So if we don't pay attention to it enough and we don't try to follow the trends of Bitcoin, we're going to potentially put ourselves in trouble with our investments because if Bitcoin tanks, it's going to wreck the rest of other altcoins. So today, I just wanted to go through this and do a Bitcoin price prediction. I'm gonna wait for some people to enter in to the chat, and then we'll get started. Hey, what's up? Who's with me tonight? We're gonna discuss the Bitcoin price prediction. Who's in the chat? Let me know. Well, for right now. Oh, here we go. Back to track. Nice. Nice, man. Um yeah, well, it's gonna be a good one. We're gonna have fun more than anything. I'm just gonna switch over. We'll just kind of start, and we'll just start with what's going on in the market. Right, we're gonna get to our Bitcoin price prediction and all that good stuff. But first, let's just do a quick little overview. So Bitcoin's at 57.5 right now. It's gone up a little bit today, almost 1.5%. Ethereum, though, nice move at around 5%. So my Ethereum bag is starting to come back to life a little bit. We got BNB up. Let's see here. BNB is actually doing pretty decent considering. Solana's still a good pickup. Cardano getting smashed on the USD valuation. That's interesting. We're going to check that out. XRP I've thought about buying, but I don't have a position in. DOT is sort of holding its position. AVAX is getting hammered today after its a big rise over the past week, really the past 2 weeks, I would say. Crypto.com killing it. I really wonder why Crypto.com is doing so well. Are they? I wonder if they're coming out with their own chain or what's going on here. I don't have the answer on that one yet. Very curious to find out though. Let's see here. Okay, so that's sort of like a little bit of a market overview. Chainlink again getting smoked. Yeah, USD valuation on Chainlink not so hot. Polygon's a nice pickup right now, even though it's up 12%. This is still probably a really nice pickup at the $1.74. VeChain 13 cents. Wow, I'm surprised it's actually up that high. Axie still moving up. Unbelievable. Let's see here. Theta $7. Okay. Engine crushing it at 381. Very interesting to see this move. A lot of people were complaining that Engine wasn't moving, and now it just keeps moving up all the time. So just gotta wait for your coins to pop sometimes. Cadena again up 11%. Oh, I really want to buy this. Problem is, it's not available on too many places. It's on KuCoin, but it's not too many places, which is a good thing because as it gets on other exchanges, it'll probably do really, really well. Yep. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna get to the BTC, but back to track. Why don't you tell me, how did you find the channel? Um, do you just want to hear about Bitcoin tonight, or do you have other things that you want to discuss? We'll get there, but let me know in the chat. Just scrolling through to see if anything catches my eye. Okay. All right. So that's a little bit of a market overview, just catch up where we are. Then let's just go to the charts. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can draw some conclusions and find some answers here. Yeah. Okay. So BTC bottomed out right now at 55.2. Okay, we can see. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. We've got the green open hollow candle here, so we know the price has been moving up. We just started our new candle on the new day, the new 24 hours. So we have to see if we can get another positive close here. And when we look at this, I am not remotely concerned at where we are with Bitcoin's price right now, mostly because I know, and I don't have it up right now. Let's see. No, it's not going to load right now. So I don't have it up right now, but I have to reset some of my indicators up. But essentially, I know we're still above the 20-week moving averages. And the 20 weeks are around 50-ish K or somewhere around there. So as long as we stay above 50K, we're still headed in a bull trend. We still haven't broken down. So that's the really good thing. Then let's take a look at the RSI. We pop up the RSI. We can see here on the daily, we've actually sort of, last time we bottomed out, I guess you could say this was a little bit of an extra slippage. I mean, on this candle, we made it past 30 on the RSI, almost down to 23. But typically we bottom out around 33, 34. We almost came down to it. And a couple times we've hit the 38 threshold on the RSI and then seen bounces. We saw it here. We see it twice here. We see it here again. So it seems like that's a little bit of a sweet spot to get a bounce. We know, relatively speaking, we're low on the RSI, so we should see a bounce, especially if we're going to continue this bull market, which I think we will. So that's sort of what the RSI is telling me. We can we can kind of zoom out even further and look at the weekly RSI. This is interesting because if we check this out, this might be telling. If we get a bounce here, that would be very interesting to see. Maybe we're starting to rock this channel. Possibly, this kind of channel here. We're gonna have to see what happens on the RSI, but I think that may be the case. We're gonna find out on the next weekly close. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's jump to the Twitter and see what's going on. So I love checking out this guy Tech Dev's tweets. It's very interesting what this guy has to say. So we'll pull them up. We're going to go through some of the tweets because they're all about price predictions. So here he says that 200 to 300 BTC looks almost too programmed. Do I think we're going to 300K? No, I don't think so. So I don't think that's going to happen. But let's see here. So he's measuring the Fibonacci, the logarithmic Fibonacci's from what appears to be a market bottom. So this is the 1618, which in 2013 we then saw a dip. Then we went up to the 227, and that's where we peaked. And so then he's saying in 2017 we hit the 227 again, but where's he measuring the bottom from here, right? So that's and so this one he's clearly measuring the bottom here, going up to the 1618 for the market cycle. He's saying the 227 is right at around 220K. I think that's possible. I think that's very possible. What's interesting is the time frame in which he has it mapped out. So he has this basically the market cycle peaking sometime what looks like January for Bitcoin. Do I think that'll happen? January? I think that's possible. I think it's possible, but that's a massive run up over the next like 8 weeks. Let's see here. We're last week in November, 4 in December. Let's just call it another 4, like 9 weeks. We're going to go to 220K ish, possibly 300K. I don't know. Maybe, but I do think it's interesting that, see, this assumes, and I don't know for sure, but I don't know if the log takes into consideration diminishing returns. Assuming it does, because if it's a logarithmic growth pattern, then it should. But again, I'm not sure exactly how that works. But I think that's possible, but that's a stretch. I think realistically, we're going to end up somewhere around $150,000 Bitcoin. And then when, right? I would say possibly mid-January is my guess. Do I think we'll make it this high? No. So that's one thing to check out. Let's see here. So this tweet kind of mentions what I was talking about earlier with Bitcoin and the 3-day RSI. So here he's got like, I forgot what this 5-point pattern is called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then explosion. That's kind of, I think that's how the pattern works. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Can't remember the name of it. But he also, took a look at the 3-day RSI wedge, just like I drew, right? And says that he thinks we're dipping out here. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if it breaks through, through the pattern over the next day. Or we'll see if this matches up. If it does, we should get a bounce right here, and we should be moving up. So realistically, we should be moving up to 58K, 58, 59K very quickly over the next day, if this prediction holds true. Let's take a peek here. Let's see here. I don't quite know what this is telling me. This looks like another RSI oscillator, but I don't know which one it is. Somebody else here is saying, I mean, people draw these lines on a chart. Sometimes I think it's all bullshit. We look at this. This guy's basically saying, oh, we were in a downward wedge that we just broke out of. I don't know if that's, I mean, maybe, but I don't know if I buy that. So this is interesting. Looking at the total crypto market cap in 2017, saw these bumps, blast off. So we went from really like $80 billion to really like a 5x in what, like, I think this is the weekly chart, so maybe 8 weeks, 10 weeks, something like that. So if we do a 3x, yeah, 3x puts us at about 150. I don't think we're going to have the same 5x that we did in 2017. That would be very surprising. Okay, and so let's see here. So spring run up on the RSI. So this is I think it's a weekly. So we have the spring run up, August recovery, November retest, and then blast off. Could be. Could be. I mean, I think, when you look at the charts, I mean, the stars do align that we are close to blast off. Here in 2021, spring run up, the dip, the August recovery, the dip, and now the November retest. I don't know. Maybe, but this is, well, I guess you can make the argument that this makes sense because this would mean this shows implied less volatility, right? Because we look over here, we're at 100 on the RSI, which implies more volatility in price. So I guess, as Bitcoin's market cap does grow, you're going to see this volatility come down. So that kind of makes sense to me. Now that I think about this more so. Okay, let's see here. See if there's any other good ones. Oh, the next few weeks will be revealing. Okay, let's see here. So this chart shows an overlay of the 2017 price movements. Very interesting. It's measuring it from the 127. See, this I don't understand, right? In one chart he says we're going to 300K. In this one it shows that we end up about 150, which is what I think will happen. So, assuming this pattern continues to play out, it's kind of where we should end up. If we hit 150, I think I'm running. I think I'm mostly running, at least. So, yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see what this guy has to say. Will Clemente. I know this guy's the real deal too. So let's see if he's had any recent tweets. 3 hours, okay. See if there's anything good here. Derivatives overflow. Nah. No real market prediction. So let's go to see what Plan B has to say. Give this guy a follow. So Plan B had made a price prediction for November of 90, I think it was 97K. And it's not looking like we're going to hit that. I mean, we have a week left. If Bitcoin goes to 97K, I'd be stunned. Let's see. Hmm. See if you made any updates. Okay. A few days ago, to clarify, 98K November prediction is not okay. 98K is not based on the stock to flow model, but on my floor model. The floor model. Okay. He uses stock to flow, the floor model, the on chain model. If, for example, 98K November floor model prediction fails, that does not mean the stock to flow or on chain fails. True. So here he's got the stock to flow. And I mean, we're just hitting the yellow phase. So he predicts we should go a little over this. Typically that happens. Trying to understand this floor model. I think this is the floor model, but I don't quite follow it. Okay. Yeah, that's your floor model, but I still don't understand it. All right, back to track. I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it. My price prediction for Bitcoin is 150K. It may not be what you want to hear, but I still think that would be an amazing accomplishment for the bull cycle. If we just think about that, that's it's roughly almost a 3x from here. Yeah, that would be seemingly about right. That would put the market cap for BTC somewhere at 3 trillion, probably put the overall market cap at around 10 or so, 9 trillion maybe. Maybe we won't quite hit 10 trillion. That's what I'm thinking. I will just stay on here for a little bit longer to see if anybody wants to do an AMA. Alrighty. Give it another few minutes. See if anybody else jumps on. Alrighty. I think I'm going to call it a night since nobody else is jumping on.